Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Adulting on the Rocks. Aura, aka Aura Steez, here, and I'm here with my friends.
I'm Camille, yours truly.
I'm Damon, problematic pilot as usual.
And yeah, we're back with a new episode. How was y'all's week?
This week was eventful because I moved. I already talked about that, huh?
No,
We did.
in the last episode.
Yeah,
We did.
Briefly.
yeah, we talked about that. So yeah, so I'm moving in, getting settled in a new apartment, shit like that. Other than that, yeah, that was like the biggest life change for your boy. But that's about all I got.
Okay. So how were the holidays for you?
Holidays, I stayed home, wasn't really doing much. So yeah, that shit was kind of buns. Everybody was sick. So,
Once.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, my week was quite fun. I can say it was fun. I had a good time with my family. It was like an extension of my mom's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Except not to put everybody's business on blast. But everybody just hit it really hard, and I guess everybody was hungover the next day. But the day after Christmas, a few of us did go to Columbus to see one of our friends, Bree. So that was really fun. We shot some guns. I don't know if that was the sound we were trying to make, but we went to the gun range. And yeah, that was cool. And now we're back for episode 5. How's your week?
My week started off pretty cool. I went home for the holidays, but we had kind of like a tragedy in our family recently, so that was kind of hard. Still is kind of hard, but we're all like getting through it together and just kind of uplifting each other. So it's hard to go through something like that, like on the holidays, like when everything's supposed to be like happy and joyous and stuff. But then you think about like the bad, and you're just like, why are we even happy right now? But, other than that, it was good to like go back home and see my mom, Poppy, and Hannah. So that was cool. And I got some appliances for the apartment, which I needed. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
I still need appliances.
Yeah.
For your time about.
Yeah, you need to get your registry up and going.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, keeping your family in our prayers.
Appreciate it.
But for the drink of the week, we have a nice little holiday themed mimosa. This is really not the holiday themed mimosa that I had in mind, but mimosa nonetheless. Cheers.
Clank, clank, clank.
All over the
Clank.
So that's that. But we have reached the end of the year. And although we haven't been doing the podcast very long, we did want to just go ahead and do a 2020 wrap up of just the year at large. So many things. So many things. It was an interesting year for everyone. Nobody was unscathed, I don't think. For me, I look at this as like a bad omen. I try not to get too, tinfoil hat tingling and all that. But when Kobe passed away, just kind of, very suddenly and very tragically, I was like, damn, man. I mean, outside of that just being a devastating thing, looking back, I see that as a negative omen, like a terrible omen for the year.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of hit everybody by surprise, but we moved on, or we tried to move on, and then bang, the coronavirus. Yeah, that was I mean, and it's still happening, but do you guys have just any thoughts on
I think like the whole like
all of this
with Kobe passing, I feel like the entire world was just down. Like everybody, even if you were not a sports fan or you didn't like watch basketball like that, you knew who Kobe Bryant was. And like that, like seeing him and his daughter, like, well, not seeing them, but like just the fact they passed away in that way, like that was heartbreaking, honestly.
Yeah, it was. It was. Made you want to hold your relatives just that much tighter, you know. But yeah, as far as the coronavirus, I mean, it's just kind of like a way of life. Like you kind of have to think back to the way things were before COVID. But what sticks out to me is thinking that it would pass, and the fact that
I think we all thought that.
Yeah, we were all like,
I thought I was gonna be going by my birthday.
I was glad we got to work from home. Like, oh my gosh, we had to work home for the week. And we've been working from home for like 8 months now.
And I thought it was kind of like crazy how, like, because my mom is in the school system, and before COVID hit, she was still like in like an elementary school, like as a coach. And like when the kids left school because of COVID, like I think they were thinking, we're gonna come back to school. So like my mom would see like kids' coats and stuff like that just left in the room, thinking like we're coming back to get it, but that stuff been sitting there, probably still is sitting there since what, March? And it kind of like flew by a little bit too, because like you said, it's kind of become like a new normal, just us living like this.
Which I remember I would hear new normal all the time, and that would just annoy me. I'm like, why y'all gotta be so negative? Like maybe it's not, and maybe I was in denial because it absolutely is. But
it just makes you think, like, is the world ever going to be like how it was? And even if like they say, it's safe to do things that we did before, like I feel like people are going to still be like hesitant about it still, because
I don't think so. I think shit can go back to normal. Like once the vaccine is out and about, I think niggas really can't wait for shit to go back to normal. So I'm looking forward to that. That's probably not gonna happen until like, I want to say like spring at the earliest of 2021. So yeah, I don't think, because they pretty much got a vaccine now. I feel like it's gonna take a couple months for niggas to actually buy the shit and like believe in the shit with no.
I would like to see what the side effects are going to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like after this part, it might be a few side effects at first, so it's gonna take a couple months for them to get the kinks worked out. But once it's good to go, I feel like everybody gonna buy into it, because I'm real sick of this whole China, Japan way of living.
You said Omarosa?
No, China.
Oh,
China, like this is normal.
Maybe the drink is hitting me. I thought you said Omarosa.
No, it's not China, because they've been wearing masks forever. They have. Like this.
And I feel like a lot of countries overseas, especially like Asian countries, like they be wearing masks. Like
but they were
even when they come over here.
They were still free to roam though. Pretty much. Like,
I feel like that's what it's gonna be like. Like we're still gonna be wearing masks. But
I don't think that shit gonna be normal. I don't want it to be the new normal, but I guess now it kind of is. But I don't think it'll continue to be that way. I think they were more so with that shit because like they're so fucking jam packed in them cities that they are. They're like 1 billion per city or some shit like that. So that's like ridiculous. When you stuff niggas on trains, like you probably gonna get sick if a nigga sneeze near you. But in America, we don't have as thick of a population density. So
all I know is it won't. I will know that things are back to normal when we are back going to concerts.
Yeah,
I miss raging. Not even raging. Let me be clear. I just miss being free, letting loose at one music fest and things of that nature.
We might have to hit up Hole in the Wall just for old times' sake.
What is that even like anymore? Like, because a lot of the bars, some of the bars that we would frequent went out of business, like Mother.
Really?
On Edgewood,
I didn't know that.
And we had some good times up in there.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But concerts, maybe not so much for me. I don't really fucking go to concerts. I mean, I've never been to a concert in my life, so
we gotta make that happen.
Yeah, we do.
I ain't never been to a concert, so.
Even if it's like Kid Cudi or something.
Yeah.
I gotta go to Kid Cudi. I would love to go to Kid Cudi.
You just
Especially for my first concert, that'd be fire.
Yeah, big.
But but movies I'll say is the most important thing to me as far as getting back to normal. Like I can't wait to go for a real blockbuster.
I think you can go to the movies still. Yeah.
It's not the
My
same.
parents have been like twice.
I want to go back to like a jam-packed theater though, like where like
With like
opening day.
crowd interaction.
Yeah,
You like that?
I like seeing the crowds
You like
interaction.
hearing them talking while the movie's going?
Not that, no, but the reaction,
Like
like
their
when,
natural reaction.
like in Avengers Endgame when like fucking a nigga
Or
said
in Get
Avengers Assemble, they all like collectively, experience the shit at the same time. So that shit was cool.
Yeah.
Shit like that you
I
don't
don't
get to
know.
experience at home.
I don't like when people talk during movies though. I don't even want to hear your reaction.
That's always annoying.
Mm.
That's always annoying. Yeah.
And then it's like, why you got your baby here? They hollering.
It's 11:30.
Fuck out. Let's go.
This is a scary movie. Why?
Baby
Why?
tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another main, just kind of year altering thing that occurred was excuse me,
Damn.
Bless you.
excuse me. Disregard. It was George Floyd. The death of George Floyd.
2020?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a while ago. It seemed like so long ago.
This year has been like 12 years a slave. Like,
Yeah.
of
Was it like
slavery.
June?
Huh?
Was it like June?
He passed away in, I want to say May. I think it was May 25th.
Okay.
And, everybody, of course, it was probably like a combination of people just being, tired of being stuck in the house and, you fighting with whoever it is that you're living with or you're having withdrawals from human interaction, whatever the case may be.
Mm.
And then they're killing Black people in the street at what felt like an all-time high. And I think it was just like a breaking point for a lot of people.
I kind of
Right.
wish like how like they was burning down stuff. At first, when they were burning stuff down, I was kind of like,
It was jarring.
excuse me, I was just like, should we be doing this? But at the same time, I was like, we should have been burning shit down because I started seeing some changes
Right.
at that point. And I don't know, I just feel like this has been going on. It's been happening. And like you said, it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. Like we're getting sick of it, or we've been sick of it.
Yeah.
But I feel like if we were like burning shit down, like
a long time ago, like fuck that peaceful shit.
hmm
Yeah. But and then, man, it's not so Sarah.
Yeah, and I remember when they first started rioting in Minneapolis. I was going to say that wrong. Minneapolis. It's Minneapolis.
Is it? I've been saying Minneapolis.
It's Minneapolis. I
Niggas
think
ain't
you're
supposed to be in that
you're
city.
conflating Indianapolis.
Niggas ain't in that city anyway, so.
Yes, it is, and they came out
It's
in droves. when he passed away.
Minneapolis. Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
You're thinking Indianapolis.
Minneapolis.
But yeah, I remember when they started protesting there, and the protests kind of turned into riots, and we know, that there was a lot of insidious things going on in the mix, like
Cops burning
instigators
shit down.
and people coming dressed up as, basically the ops being in the mix trying to kick up some bullshit. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And then the protests came to every other city in the US, and they came to Atlanta, and they turned to riots. And I remember seeing that they were like cracking the glass on the CNN Center.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shit,
I
it's
remember
real.
seeing
It's
that,
real.
That video of the niggas planting those bricks there. It's like a stack
yeah.
of bricks that they planted
In the middle
where
of the
riots-
street.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that shit's sketchy as fuck.
Imagine all the other
Uh,
sketchy shit they do.
Oh yeah.
And
That we don't even know about.
Because that was not covert at all.
But I'm wondering what the end goal of them doing that is. What's the?
They're trying to make us. I
To
think they're
cause-
trying to arrest like us.
Yeah, to cause chaos, incite just nonsense, and then pack us up in there like some damn.
But I feel like
slaves.
if that was the case, it would cost them more. Look like the pro con to that is like not worth it in my opinion. Because like you're losing millions of dollars in like property damage from you allowing this or inciting these riots, offhand inciting these riots and shit like that.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
you might
think
go not kidnap, but you might arrest a few people here and there. But and how much does it cost to house a prisoner over the weekend for some shit he did during a riot? Versus like the millions of dollars that all these hundreds of people are doing. They burning down Wendy's and all these other restaurants and breaking glass.
And the Wendy's
shit.
that was burned down by a white woman.
Yeah.
So, don't y'all remember that?
Yeah.
They had like a reward out there, and the reward kept going up for them to figure out like who is this person. It was a white lady.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like we Black people at large got a bad rap for the way we handle things, but we did see some level of movement in the right direction because of it. So, I don't believe that the officers from Breonna Taylor's case were ever like charged or indicted for murder. They were just like, what was it called?
Acquitted?
The charge that they got, it was some bullshit that I never heard of in my entire life. What was it called?
I don't remember that shit, but yeah. Some bullshit charge.
I don't know, but it was clearly nonsense. But I'm still praying for her family, and George Floyd's family, and I'm so appreciative for the people who were on the front lines in the middle of a pandemic. Like I appreciate the white people who were allies, but I even more so appreciate the Black people who put themselves out there when a lot of people feel like this is not our fight. Like racism, the systematic oppression that's been put in place, that's something that a lot of people feel like white people have to change. You know what I'm saying? They've been the ones to uphold these ridiculous systems. Like, so for us to even be out there, like I take my hat off to everybody who chose to be out there or donated food and water to the protesters, whatever the case may be. But yeah, what a year. Ugh, what a year. This is on a lighter note. We also think back to the entanglement of Will and Jada and August. And August, he was a key player in that situation. I just know that it set Twitter ablaze. Y'all got them jokes off. But it seems to be more commonplace than not. It was just interesting to see like such household names in that level of mess.
And I feel like that could have been like, we could have never known that if August didn't ever bring it up, if he just kept his mouth shut about the situation. But I feel like, excuse me, because didn't he have like music coming out around that time? He had music coming out, so he felt the need to like bring that up. I would have never spoken on that, honestly. Can you imagine how many celebrities probably do the same shit, but people know how to keep their mouth shut?
Girl, to me,
I don't know why people care about this shit. Like the Will and Jada and August shit. I was like,
but I think they've always been swingers, right?
No, and you know what? They always denied it, but they always said, well, I always remember Will saying, that's a very specific lifestyle. No, we're not swingers. That's very specific. I'm like, so are y'all on the periphery of that? That's not even my business.
And he, like, on the Red Table Talk, he was talking about he was on one side of the house doing what?
Hey,
what you over there doing?
Hey, man.
And she on the other. We know what she was doing. What was you doing?
Oh, man.
Dick down.
That reminds me of...
It wasn't he like Jaden's friend? I'd be so pissed off.
How old is August Alsina?
He's like our age.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's our age.
I'd have been so I probably would have had to slap him or something.
Friends with an 18-year-old? That's weird.
But you know how it goes. I mean, being that they're celebrity kids, they're probably friends with like way older people.
I feel like the only 18-year-olds I'd be like really, really cool with would be like my cousins.
Right. And even
then, I'm not hanging out with 18-year-olds.
They're aging out.
Nah. Not even then, nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That's some creepy
really?
shit.
But y'all know how it goes. Like, and I don't know if it's because I listen to way too many of like Strawberry Letters on the way to work on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. I don't know. I have not driven to work in a long time. Probably. But the side chick always wants to make their presence known.
It's just like
Always. They're not
play
content.
your role.
They're not content
Play your
with
role.
just being playing the side and playing the back. No.
You signed up for this.
They're going to call up the wife. They're going to do a bunch of messy shit. Because I don't know. Like, I can't get into the mind of that archetype. But, you know, they be wanting to make their presence known.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though.
Period. The next thing that I'm still seeing, and we're probably going to see a lot even into next year, just because the baby's got to get born. But I definitely noticed a baby boom.
I feel like we're gonna see the numbers like maybe in the next couple of years.
Them COVID kids
showing like the growth in the population during this time.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it seems to me to be like a repopulation because I mean, a lot of people died. We had like in the 200 something thousands people that passed away just from COVID, even though those numbers, God knows how they get there sometimes. But I love it. I love to see it. All of my peers, I love to see you guys becoming mommies and daddies. And
it's disgusting.
I'm here for it. I love to see it.
Yeah, I love it too, but it's looking real 30s-ish for me.
Tino kids, baby.
You never know. You never know, man.
I know.
You caught up.
Well, that gang strong as fuck.
Fuck
Like,
around.
strong as fuck.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I think that's what everybody says until they're like, Facebook announcement.
Yeah.
Your boy undefeated. Your boy ain't had scares.
Okay.
In the recent years.
Oh,
you haven't had scares.
Hey, I'm speaking for Damon.
And yeah, how do you?
Hey, we good out here. That's what I'm saying. We don't have them problems. We don't have them problems. We don't have them problems over here.
Well, you never know. Like we were talking to, I was talking to Aura's mom the other day on Christmas Eve, actually, and she was saying we were just talking about how it's kind of our generation's time, low key. The biological clock is about to start ticking. Maybe in 4 or 5 years. For some people, it might be ticking now.
I feel like once I start having kids, I'm probably gonna end up like Lynette.
Lynette who?
On Desperate Housewives.
Oh, she had about 5.
She did. I feel like I'm not gonna have no problem. Like they're just gonna keep popping up.
Hopefully. And I mean, that's why it is good to kind of, I just hear, never been pregnant, but I hear static in here as well. But I hear that when you have, I hear that when you have babies younger and, you have your pregnancies are easier versus like early, or late 30s, you're going to be, you're going to be going through it.
When you're older?
Yeah, they become harder on your body as you get older.
Let it happen to me though.
Must be nice.
Right? Okay,
must be nice.
Great. I can't wait to see Damon with his wife.
Me as well.
I can't wait.
We in and out.
What if Damon get married before all of us?
A lot.
Things have happened.
It's
2020.
It's possible.
It showed us that anything
possible.
is possible.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
It's still out here.
Like I said, what episode was that? A girl gonna come and rock your world.
Whole bitch in the world, right? Damn world, man.
That's
Pussy
really
is
a
not
bitch.
that fire. Stop it.
There's a lot of girls out here that have fire pussy.
Okay.
It's not enough.
Snapper.
They don't have the full
enough.
package. There's so many full packages out here.
You find us mystery lady.
I'm not gonna know about the pussy, but I'll let you figure that out.
The limit does not exist.
Love that movie. But yeah, wishing pregnancy deaths on everyone. And a little bit for me. So
that's the way to excess.
Matrix.
Also the STEMI. Who could forget the STEMI? We were supposed to.
I need.
Did everybody get
money?
Man, that struggle, the authenticity. But I got a stimulus earlier in the year. When did they even drop? Around what time of year was that?
I don't know, but as soon as I saw that shit,
around April, I think.
I was like,
it was like
getting a
right
new
on
phone.
It was right around payday. I was like, come on. Blessing my bank
It went
account.
straight to my savings account. That shit
I
was
can't.
nice.
Y'all remember what the fuck I spent it on?
I don't
Pardon
think I
me?
really
My
spent
phone?
that.
Oh, I don't remember what I spent it on. I know that shit was gone as soon as I had it.
I didn't spend the whole thing. I saved it. I saved most of it for the apartment, and then I bought my phone.
I paid off a credit card. That's what I did.
That's good.
I let it sit for a long time.
No, that shit was
I don't
here.
remember
Like
what I
everything,
did,
every
though.
paycheck I get, money here, money gone. Like I don't get to enjoy shit no more. Too many bills.
Well,
Oh yeah,
adulting.
For sure.
that's it.
But yeah, I guess. Well, at first, not Trump. He has nothing to do with anything really. But is it the Senate that was going back and forth? Initially, they had said it's 600, but they couldn't come to an agreement on the amount.
No, from what I understand, they did come to agreement at 600, and Trump was like, "That's not enough." He wanted to boost it up to 2K, 2,000. So if that was the
Give it
case,
to me.
hey, I ain't
Give
mad
it
at
to
you.
me.
Well, they still haven't settled it and decided on exactly what the amount is going to be. And I think it might cause a shutdown if they don't come to a conclusion in the next.
And the 600 was
days.
supposed to be here like recent, like December 28th, I think.
They was gonna start like distributing it.
So the money was about to be here, like, soon as fuck.
I'll
like,
take
before-
either one. Just give me the damn money.
Yeah, I feel like if they did do the 2,000, it might take another couple months for us to see that shit. So
Meanwhile, people losing their homes.
yeah, I'd rather have that shit now. I'd rather have the 600 probably now than the 2,000 in like 3 months.
I would
Maybe
take
need a
the
new
damn
couch.
2,000. Give me that damn 2,000.
I would
Okay.
love that. Give me a couch and pay some rent. Shit.
Yeah, like I can't. 600 is not. I'm not trying to sneeze at no amount of money, especially when we're talking about like almost 1,000 or upwards of 1,000. But it's like, come on now.
So why are we cutting it in half?
Let
Like,
me
don't you
get that
think
2,000.
People have been out of work
That's what
for
I
a
didn't
long
understand.
time now. Like, why are we cutting it in half? Like, these people are on the brink of losing their homes.
And even the 1,200.
That's what
People
I'm
who
saying.
got kids and all that stuff, like that was it was
They
like
got more.
came and gone.
But
But
yeah.
that's if they were married and they still got 1,200 per adult.
But yeah, I don't understand why we went from 1,200. We settled on 1,200. We said that's what y'all said first. Y'all said 1,200 was good enough for every American, whatever. So why is it 600 now? That's what I don't understand.
Doesn't make sense. They
Cheap bastards.
Yeah.
They don't know what it's like to get that eviction notice. I mean, I don't either, but like I'm not rich, and I feel like the president of the United States needs to know what it feels like to be poor.
I think
Or
low-key
two.
he probably does.
I feel like it's hard for that shit to go down like that because, like, for them to get to that point, you have to have, you have to gain a following, and that entails getting like campaign funds, and so they.
I mean,
Living that
I
lifestyle
understand
early
that,
on.
but like even if you were like just like I'm saying, like even being poor as a kid and then you ended up coming up. Like I feel like you need to know what that feels like
Right.
because
I
you're
agree.
passing these laws. You want to give people $600, and they got 1 foot in and 1 foot out the door. Like they're about to be kicked out. They're gonna be on the street, and they got kids, people to feed.
That
$600 is not gonna do anything. That's not gonna do nothing for a working person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just doesn't feel fair at all.
because it's not. It is not. However, moving on to some favorites of the year to kind of bring up the mood, because I mean, God knows, talking about all of these topics, we're kind of downers.
2020 is a big ass downer.
It was.
And it's crazy because like a lot of like I feel like people were really looking forward to this year. Like this is the year of clarity.
Oh,
2020
yeah.
vision.
I was saying that I understand looking toward the new year and setting goals and all of this, but as far as 2021 is concerned, it's just like we're in a situation, like we're in a situation, and I don't know that flipping the calendar year is gonna like catapult us out of it. I think I would like to be hopeful, but I always consider myself to be a realist, not necessarily an optimist. I try to be an optimist, but fuck, it's just like
when I be a
Be real
realist,
about
you could be
shit.
saying I'm pessimistic. I'm like, No,
I just try to
Call a
look
spade
at
a
what's
spade.
going on.
you know what I'm saying?
I feel like I'm like a silver lining person. Like I know what's going on, but like I try to like
I hate niggas like you.
find the good in it. Like, cause I mean, who wants to be down about some shit?
It ain't bad being
Yeah,
down.
no, and it's not necessarily even being down, but it's maybe just like looking at
Objectively.
what's really happening, like just facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but like the good that comes out of it could also be facts.
Potentially.
I
But
just don't
anyway,
I don't like being down about stuff. Like,
me either. I try not to have like a pessimistic perspective, like a Scrooge type, but anyway, so we want to lighten it up. It got a little dark, but we want to talk about favorite movies. Favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
Damon, do you want to start?
Of 2020.
Of 2020, or one that was a favorite to you in 2020. Who knows?
This didn't come out in 2020, but ain't shit come out in 2020. So fuck. But I discovered it in 2020. This was on Netflix. A movie called Peppermint. Should be on there still now. She was about a housewife who got her family bodied, son.
she wasn't really a housewife. She worked.
Well, okay, a family woman. I don't know what the fuck you would call it, but yeah.
Okay.
She was a family.
A mom?
A mom.
Yes.
Typical house mom, whatever. And the family get bodied or whatever. And then she basically learned the skills to be that nigga. And she becomes said nigga.
Don't spoil it.
It gives
No
me
spoilers.
it gives me like
It's not
law-abiding citizen a little bit.
Yeah. Shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a dope ass movie for 2020 from me.
Okay.
I had the same one. I also had Peppermint. I really enjoyed that movie.
I need to
I
watch.
watched it with my family over the holiday. They really enjoyed it. But another one that I had that was not like, it's not a new movie at all, but Two Can Play That Game with Vivica A. Fox and Morris Chestnut. I like that movie a lot. Like I watched it twice, like within the last 3 months.
I love Vivica.
Oh, you know
Especially
what?
back
I
in the
gotta
day.
let me recant my answer. The new order, the old order, the order, the old guard. That's the name of
Old
the fuck-
Guard, yes.
The old guard. That movie was
That
fire.
movie was
And that
good.
came out this year, 2020. So
Oh, I didn't
with
know that.
Charlize
The
Theron.
old guard.
Yeah,
Writes
that movie
down.
was good.
That shit was pretty fire.
And it made it seem like there's going to be another one, the way
Yeah,
it ended.
it's definitely gonna be another one.
Yeah.
What's it about?
They're basically immortal soldiers. Like they have like Deadpool powers. They all regenerate and shit like that.
Mhm.
And then they basically been this way for like thousands
Thousands
of
like, since the
years.
beginning of time almost.
Yeah, and they just basically save. What are they working toward? I don't even remember if they were trying to save humanity or they just.
I think they were trying to save humanity. Like
Okay.
they always seem to be in the right place at the right time to like save different civilizations and stuff.
Yeah.
But something happened where like their one of their immortality was kind of like
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but
well yeah.
Okay. Well, my favorite movie of 2020 is called Run. Sarah Paulson is in it. Sarah Paulson been getting busy lately.
Sarah Paulson is that
The
bitch.
doll been getting busy.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
American Horror Story.
Still
American
don't know
Horror
who the fuck
Story.
that
She was
is.
also
Blonde.
in
That
Ratchet.
scene, yeah, Ratchet.
She was Nurse Ratchet.
In what?
Ratchet.
It's on Netflix.
Ratchet is a movie?
Not like Ratchet,
show.
but like it's spelled Ratchet, but it ends with a D.
Never seen it.
It gives like American Horror Story vibes.
And it's a prequel to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which I found out, and I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
But Run is about this lady who has a disabled child, and it's a crazy twist.
It's on
I
Netflix
don't
or
want
is
to
it another
spoil it.
platform?
It's on Hulu.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's wild. Me and my sister were watching it like
I've been seeing previews.
3:00 in the morning. After Thanksgiving, just like, are you kidding? It was crazy.
Is it a Netflix original?
It's Hulu. It's a Hulu original, I
Hulu.
believe.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to skip that.
so good.
Just
So
get a
good.
Hulu account.
Fuck Hulu, man.
Get a free
Yeah,
trial.
late to the game.
30-day free trial.
Yeah.
I could, but I don't
Just
even,
try it
I don't
out.
even know where to start. One thing I need Hulu for is to watch fucking, what's the name of that show? Snowfall. So the only reason
That's it?
because there's a Hulu in my parents' kitchen TV.
Just get that password.
I asked my brother, he won't give me that shit. Petty as fuck. I'm gonna fight that nigga.
Wow, that's kind of mean. That's messed up.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, let me just. He's like, nah, bro. All right. You gonna need me if I need your ass. Yep.
Oh God, siblings.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to hear about you guys' favorite shows. 2020 favorite shows.
So, for me, I've been watching like a lot of anime, of course, but I feel like that could be like a whole episode itself. Just the different anime I've been watching. But a show that I've been watching that I really, really like a lot is Desperate Housewives.
Yay!
I am on season 5. I started like a couple weeks ago. That's all I've been watching.
And she's on season 5.
That's all I've been watching.
And they're like 20-some episodes per season.
Yeah.
Shows ain't got no plot
Like,
line.
It has all of the plot
First of all, whoever writes the episodes even the filler episodes are good. They gonna have you in your feelings. They're gonna make you mad. They're gonna make you laugh.
It's reality TV. Ain't no plot lines in this.
And don't fall asleep on it. So much shit happens. One time I fell asleep like on like 3 episodes and like so much shit happened. I was like, wait a minute. What happened to the babies? What happened to Susan and Mike? Why are they not together? Like,
and not that anybody like it's been out for years.
Yeah, it's been out for years. If you haven't watched it, too fucking bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really, really, really good show.
A real show that we were, the actual plot line.
Oh, and Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country.
Okay, that's better. That's a lot fucking better.
Lovecraft Country was fucking amazing.
I haven't finished that, but
and Atticus is not dead.
Thanks. I said I haven't finished
that's
that.
That's my opinion.
Asshole. I was gonna say, damn, you made me forget I was gonna. Oh, Ozark. Ozark is my show right now. I'm fucking with that show. That show ain't come out in 2020, but shit is still fire. So yeah, Ozark has not let me down yet. They 3 seasons in now. That last season ended like with a shocker. I was like, they killed one of my favorite people on that show. But
now you giving spoilers.
That's no, that was vague. I said they killed one of my favorite people. That can be anybody.
Why nobody died?
How would nobody die on Ozark? A show about drug dealers.
How are you supposed to know that?
It's about drug dealers. Does anybody not die on Narcos? On any season of Narcos?
I haven't watched Narcos. I don't know.
Have you ever seen an episode of Narcos?
Thanks for ruining that too.
It's about murder.
Now we know niggas die.
It's about murder. Just so you know. Spoiler alert. Niggas die.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Mm-mm.
I've got a few. We're gonna run it down, starting with Insecure.
Oh yeah.
This season, I know that probably it felt like last year that the most recent season was on because this year has been like 8 years. But this most recent season of Insecure had me so deep in my fifis, and I'm going to stay there until I find out what the hell is going to happen with Lawrence and Issa.
I feel like the best episode that they've ever had on Insecure was in this season. When Lawrence and Issa went to that
they first reconnected.
Yeah, that was my favorite episode.
To where?
The cinematography.
They went to like this market thing. Well, first off, they went to like a bar and Issa busted her ass.
Oh, Issa.
That's your favorite episode.
Relatable. If I busted my ass in a bar and my face fell on the floor, I'm gone.
I'm going to crawl out of there.
I'm going.
Niggas need better balance. That's all that means.
She was trying to be cute.
That's what your ass get. You see where cute get your ass on the fucking floor with your cute ass.
With your cute ass.
But he was there for. He knew how she was, and he didn't make it any worse than it already was. So.
Yeah,
I'd have roasted the shit out of her. If I'm on a date and you fall, bitch, you're getting roasted. I'm sorry.
Ain't gonna never see her again.
And yeah, that'll be the last date.
If you can't handle that, you can't hang. Period. So that's
oh God, why would you make her feel like shit?
Because it's part. Everybody gets their balls busted around Damon, man. You can't.
He plays too much. She has to be able to handle that.
You gotta be able to hang. Exactly.
So. God bless that woman.
Yeah. She'll probably give him a run for his money though. Like he'll meet his match. We'll see.
I need to find
If you out there, girl, holla at us.
Also, my favorite show of this year is season 28 of Survivor. It is. He would never know because you never watched it. Survivor. You need to watch it from beginning.
I watched the episodes. You told me to watch. That's the one with the beauty team, the brown team, and
the black girl.
But you have to. It evolves. It evolves. The teams change, but you just have to. I think hang in there for like the first 2 episodes.
I did.
Or
I watched
3.
I watched probably like
3.
6 episodes in.
Did you? With no interruptions. The last
person I saw.
Oh God.
The last person when I watched it, the last thing that I left was he was like the swole. He was like,
you talking about the season when you was like, it was a black girl in there, and he was like, see what her profession is. Do you really think she does that?
The engineer,
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That one. And the swole dude from no, he was a smart team. He's on the smart team.
Spencer? No, the one that got sent home kind of early.
He got sent home.
And he was kind of like
schemed on that nigga, and they got him out. And that was the last episode. That was about 6 episodes in. And they got that boy out there. So
I don't even think I finished the first episode.
I would stay up until the wee hours of the morning, and it has a special place in my heart. Loved it. Very invested. Lastly, my favorite show was A Teacher.
Oh yeah.
And of course it's on Hulu, and it's about a teacher sleeping with her student. And it seems like we've heard the story. You heard about one, you know them all, but. From my understanding, they took away like different aspects of various cases over time of teachers sleeping with their students, like famous cases and things like that. So, very good show.
I felt
very
like
much invested
with that show, like with the writing of the show. I felt like they were trying to make us like them as a couple, even though it was really fucked up.
Oh, you're caught up in everything?
I'm not caught up to like.
So give me a brief rundown. So the teacher is about a nigga who fucks the teacher.
No, teacher that fucks the student.
It's a young, probably early 30s, no kids. Probably bored in her marriage.
Sounds like a fucking dream so far.
And she ends up, I'll take you home one day, and it kind of just escalates. You can obviously tell it's nowhere to go but up. And there's certain decisions where it's like, girl.
Why?
You could have made a different decision and not been here.
Why are you taking this nigga to bad college
decision
by yourself?
She
took him on a college tour by herself. This is not like a school event.
Party, a frat party.
Are you bitch? The fuck?
And they're like, "Oh, she's hot." Thinking that she's like an older girl. No,
we all had that one teacher that we would have fucked the shit out of in high school.
Not at Berkmar.
No. No,
not at Berkmar.
Norcross had some.
Oh,
definitely had some. But you won't say name. But you won't say name.
No, I can't. But there was a certain
say his ethnicity.
No, I can't even do that. But there was a certain teacher who was younger, and a lot of the girls thought that he was cute, and he ended up getting with a.
Oh God!
Did they get married?
They did.
They ended up getting married, and they had a baby.
They ain't together no more.
And now they together. But
anyway,
I just remember him making little comments about because I'm not gonna say what he coached, but he would be in there with the guys. I
can't really say too much about this.
Well, he would be in there like with the guys in my class, being like, "Oh, she bad." I'm like,
nigga, what? You the teacher?
You're a teacher. What is wrong with you? I was like, let me just turn my paper in and sit down.
Johnson's playing that punani.
Don't have time for it.
My thing is, with the show A Teacher, if I was that boy's sister, I'm beating her ass.
If I was the mom,
I'm beating the shit out of her.
I'm gonna knock your head off your shoulders.
If you were the mom, you would beat the teacher's ass for fucking your son?
Yes.
That's a violation, sweetheart. That's a violation.
The fuck are you doing?
That is a dream for every teenage boy.
He is a minor.
Baby,
he's a child. He's impressionable.
We do not give a flying fuck.
We know y'all don't care, but y'all. That's the reason why y'all don't need to be doing that.
No,
y'all don't. We know y'all don't care, but that's still statutory rape.
Legally able to consent. I think he was a senior, but still, it's the principle. I'm gonna beat your ass off.
What the fuck you want to do with a senior? Why? Why is you going on trips to the country with a fucking senior and you 30 years old?
What does that say about your mental
You got him drinking beers
capacity
and shit.
and awareness.
They don't know, guys. They just don't know.
I am going to whoop her.
If I'm ever that miserable in my marriage and
ass.
bored and all that other shit, I'm gonna have to cut.
And her
But I'm
freaking
not doing
husband was
that.
a little sorry to me. He's like, I'm really mad at you, but we can make it work. Bitch, I'm going.
That's that there.
I'm going. Good luck with your cases and all that shit. Goodbye. No.
Yeah.
Because you could tell something was wrong with her anyway, like in the beginning when she stole that lipstick. Like, what you stealing lipstick for? You
just
got
need
the
some
money
action.
for it.
Like you
Plateau.
anyway, needless to say, it's a great show. Great show. Anyway, do you guys have favorite songs of the year? Were you able to narrow it down?
I have a song.
I'll say mine probably be The Box. That shit was on repeat for several months when that shit came out. Goddamn.
And it was a good song. Like, it was just...
And then they made like TikToks and like funny videos, like how the song started with the like. I seen some video where they was like cleaning the window, like.
That was interesting.
That shit was funny. Yeah, they did a lot with that song. That shit was a bop. Sorry.
And I feel like, well, for me personally, I feel like I fuck with Roddy Ricch because he's a talented person. Like, he's just talented. Like, he be at his
keys.
His concerts playing piano, singing over the beat. Like, just talented.
Like,
young as hell, talented, getting to the bag.
Love to see it.
Love it. Black too.
What about you?
That was mine.
Okay.
The Box, yeah.
For me, my song of the year, actually, I got exposed to towards the end of the year.
Okay.
And, excuse me, sorry. It's actually in Spanish.
Uh-oh.
My girl, Callie.
Push the SAP button out there, baby.
Callie Uchis. And the song is called La Luz. And I like this song so much. I listen to it like every single day still. And I like it so much that I looked up the lyrics to figure out what the hell she was talking about. Because like I don't know about y'all, but like some like Spanish songs, like they just have that beat and you just like it. Like you just want to listen to it, but you don't know what they're saying. So you kind of feel a little excluded.
I feel like that about that Fast and Furious song, Bandoleros. With Don Omar, that shit slap, bro. I don't know what the fuck the niggas saying. They rapping too. They just rapping in Spanish. I'm like, this shit slap.
I just about Corazoncito by Aventura.
Like, I just like it so much. I needed to know what she was talking about. So I looked at the lyrics. I know what she's talking about now. And I just be singing along in the Spanish words that I do know. So I love it,
every like fifth word, you like, oh.
Don't try to play me because I have a few words I know.
That mean fast, rapido. I know what the fuck that mean.
I was having a difficult time narrowing it down. For one, because this year was so boo-boo that I wasn't even listening to music the way I regularly would have been. I was literally in survival mode at various points in the year. And I was like, bro, I ain't got time to be like, just like jamming out. That wasn't even on my radar at times. But the song that really stayed with me, even though I have a lot for this week's Piece of the Week, was Loyal by Party Next Door and Drake. And I think it's because it reminds me of when me and my cousins went to Miami in January for my cousin's birthday. Hey, Jennifer. But yeah, we were playing that song. You know how like you'll be on vacation and it'll be like one song. Everybody's like, play that song the whole weekend. That's how it was. So I love that. I actually looked it up and it came out at the very end of last year, but it's still my song of the year. Anyhow, to kind of move it on along, wrap this thing on up for real. What would you all say this year has taught you about you? You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So what this year has taught me about me is that I have to, I'm in the habit of and very used to sometimes considering people's feelings before I consider my own, especially with close relationships. people that are very near and dear to my heart, I tend to consider how they would feel sometimes before myself. And I think that has been a detriment to me in a way this year. So I think I just had to kind of find that balance of, prioritizing my own feelings and making sure that I'm at least considering how I would be affected in a situation. So yeah, just finding that balance, I think, in very close interpersonal relationships. But what about you guys?
Mine kind of came with kind of like what happened recently within our family.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would like to be a better family member, and just like talk to people more and like don't shut people out like when they hurt me permanently because life is short, and when you get that phone call, or you get that news about somebody in your family and, they're not with us no more, that shit hurts. Especially like when you feel like you could have done something or more to like be there for them. I feel like I would like to go forward in my life and just be better at just talking to people, like maybe like how I feel, or like just letting them feel that, they can tell me how they feel no matter what it is. And another thing I had was just to do what I say I'm gonna do. Stop standing in my own freaking way, because when you really think about stuff, like the main person that stands in your way sometimes, most of the time, is your freaking self. And I know that's the case for me. Like, I think, what if this? What if that? Well, what if that don't happen? Or what if you're the only person thinking that? So your mind is a very powerful thing. It's very powerful. And I feel like you got to kind of figure out like what you're going to give attention to, what you're not going to give attention to. And just when you say you're going to do something, just do it. When you make your mind up, you make the decision, freaking do it. The outcome may seem bad, but it's not as bad as like what you think. And yeah, I mean, that was my two main things.
For me, it's probably just like taking the initiative to do shit. Kind of hitting on what Aura was talking about too, like just me being in my own way. So this year I took initiative in doing shit on my own and like not waiting anymore. A lot of shit I've been like putting off for a while, like doing the podcast is an example of that, and like just finishing shit with like school or like my pilot shit. So just taking initiative to finish shit on my own and not have to wait or think about when the perfect time is going to be, because it's probably not going to be any perfect time.
Yeah.
So
no time like the present.
Yeah. So it's basically that. Just taking initiative to do shit that I've always wanted to do. Some other things I probably got cooking in the works, maybe in 2021.
Okay.
We'll cross that bridge if we get there or when we get there. So
we're gonna get there in a couple questions.
But yeah. So that's probably about it for me. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like it's just a crucial time for us, like in our age and stuff. Like, we spent a lot of time being like young adults, being young, period, just
and free.
Yeah, like living, just living in your parents' house. Like, you're not really worried about. There's certain things that you're not worried about that you do worry about once you move out. Mm-hmm. And I feel like now we're hitting a phase in our life, like this is like the actual beginning of the rest of our life. Like, us being out on our own now, like, it's not going to be, well, I don't plan on it, but it's not going to be like no more of us living at home. Like, It's not that no more. Mommy's not cooking us food no more.
Facts.
We're not going downstairs and smelling stuff cooking. Nobody's reminding you to do stuff. Like, you have to remember that shit on your own.
Yeah.
Like,
wash them dishes.
Yeah.
Right.
Take out the trash. Like,
Yeah.
True.
Mm.
And just to touch on what you said, this year has also shown me, even though I've already known this to be true. So our friend Andrea, hey Drea, she put us on to this church called Transformation Church. They have been doing most of their services online because of COVID, obviously. But the Pastor Todd, he did, I think, a 9-part series on forgiveness. And that was so huge. And I feel like that was big for you, big for me, or at least it left some sort of mark or resonated with you in some way, as it did for Drea. And the one thing that stuck out to me, or one of the many things that stuck out to me, was how we essentially have to make allowances for people to screw up, especially those that are close to us. Like anybody that's close enough to you will let you down at some point. And so just thinking about that in a realistic way of making allowances for that is something that I had to kind of work through this year. So yeah, I was thankful to have come across that. And shout out to Drea for me on. But yeah, also moving it on along, what is something positive that came out of 2020, whether it was in your life or just something that you saw at large? What was something positive?
For me, most positive thing that happened this year is definitely moving out. So that shit, is a big life change for me. Finally excited about finally being able to do that. So most notable for me is definitely moving out.
I think the same thing, moving out, and like my parents moved to a new house this year, so like seeing them doing that, like that motivated me even more to move out, because like we had to like uproot our life and stuff. Like they had to save for that. They had so many things that they had to do to make sure that we got into the new house, and that really like lit a fire under me. I'm like, yo, they getting busy. Like my parents, when they first put the house on the market, they got like 18 offers, which is crazy in one weekend. That's crazy. So that, I feel like that kind of like lit a fire in me to, get the ball rolling with moving, because I could have been moved out of my parents' house, but there were decisions that I made along the way that prevented that. Things I had to learn, of course, and I felt like I learned those things, and just them being an example for me was great, because I feel like I made like really good decisions when I picked the place where I wanted to live, because the first place I looked at, ooh Lord, they be lying. They be lying online. Straight up lying. Them pictures are deceiving, deceptive, or whatever.
Do you remember the date? You remember the date you moved out?
October. Well, my move out date was my mom's birthday, October 15th. But I moved out like that Sunday. That was like a Thursday.
I feel like I'm gonna remember that date forever.
Yeah. Especially because like it's later in life. But I felt like there was so much pressure like put on us like to move out at a certain age, because you'd be seeing people on social media like, I got my own house, picture with the keys and the empty living room and the nice decked out kitchen, all this at 24. I'm just like,
or 20.
Like I ain't ready for that at 24. But I think what we need to realize is that's okay. Like you can't move out when you're not ready. You cannot move out when you're not ready. And just because they ready to move out, we don't know what their circumstances is or whatever they got going on. It doesn't matter. Like I really hate that there's like societal pressure put on people to like move out at a certain time just because like they 19 years old and buy their own house. What the fuck you got going on to where you need to have your own house at 19?
Hey. Who knows? Who knows? You never know what people have to do to get what they have, and sometimes that shit is not pretty. Sometimes it is, and mommy and daddy are footing the bill, And
that's what I didn't want. And my parents can't do that anyway. Like they can't do that.
True.
So for y'all that have it like that, kudos to y'all. Congratulations.
Moving on. Oh no, I didn't answer the question.
Yeah,
I didn't answer the question. Neither did you.
I did.
He did. Moving out.
Yeah.
I guess it's my turn. I would say a positive that came out of 2020 was Trumpito getting the hell on. I feel like it's more of a changing of the guards kind of situation. However, we had to get that bitch out. He had to go. He had to go.
Bye,
There-
bye.
Bye.
I'm surprised we ain't died. I really thought I was gonna go to war.
Mm-mm.
I really thought we was gonna enter some kind of war at some point. But I'm like, hey, I didn't get drafted basically, so I'm like, cool.
And praise God, because he was just like a rational 2-year-old ready to push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
I feel like it says a lot about poor white trash and Republicans, period, because there was a video of him. I will bring this up to the end of time. There was a video of him in the late 80s, maybe. I don't know when it was. I don't know when it was, but he said that if he were to ever run for president, he would run as a Republican because they are the dumbest group of voters. Guess what y'all did? Y'all proved them right.
And on top of that, it emboldened these white and Cuban. Oh, never mind.
Say y'all too.
Yeah, in Florida, y'all. It emboldened them to just kind of come out of their holes and from underneath their rocks and all that other stuff, to feel as if they were superior when God only
You're
knows.
not.
God only knows.
You're not.
Like I'm glad. I'm so glad to see that phase go. I wish to never see it again, and I'm so happy. However problematic her past, her career may have been in the past. I'm talking about Kamala.
Oh.
Kamala Harris. I be wanting to say Kamala. Somebody told me it's Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy to see a Black VP. That's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I ever
Black
thought that
and
I would see that.
South, some Asian.
Okay.
Indian?
Yeah, she's.
Indian.
I wonder
her
when
mom
we're
is
gonna find
Indian.
or elect a black official.
It's coming.
It's coming. I feel like they are paving the way for us.
Yes, they're walking so the next candidate
feel
can
that way.
run.
I don't feel that way. I feel like it's just like white people like here. let me throw your
Obama, like
bone.
here, nigga, down.
Yeah, it's that here nigga damn president.
No,
I don't
because
think
Obama
so.
was the real deal.
Yeah.
He was, but
There were a lot of white people that did not want him in there.
he doesn't look like it. Off the picture. If you're just going off the Obama
He looked like
picture,
a black man to me.
he doesn't look like a regular like black. I wouldn't even.
I think he does.
No.
He was
When you meet
white,
him, when you like
his
hear him
mama was
speak
white.
and everything.
I mean, I feel
Like,
like
yeah,
we
he-
come in all shades. We come in all shades, but like
No, I want a dark skin, like look like me president. I'm tired
it's
of
coming.
this, you
Scare
know.
Karen type.
It's coming.
Yeah, I would have hope for that for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you guys have any vices? Anything that you kind of just turn to for solace that made you feel good, whatever the case
Shopping.
may be? In 2020, it was shopping. You said that before I finished, so
Well,
Vices.
yeah.
Best
Hanging out with y'all, being around y'all.
That's not a vice, is it?
Yeah, for me it was.
technically it could be.
I feel like hanging around y'all helped me get through the.
You're welcome, nigga. I'm pretty awesome. I know this, but yeah. Mine probably
I'm gonna smack this nigga.
mine.
oh gosh.
Vice. My bike was my vice until that shit went down for damn near 6 months. But before that, it was that like when the niggas was like not around and couldn't meet up or hang out with
Why are you
them.
trying to make it?
Because
I'm gonna
they
be quiet.
I made several points about this. Like, y'all don't be linking up like I want y'all to link up.
First of all,
Ooh.
should we
Not
run
just
it
them
down?
two. Not just them two.
Should we run it down?
It was
I
several.
had 2 jobs.
Several in the
last year.
friend group. So
I had 1 day
it's
off.
not just them two. It's all of them niggas. I'm like, all right, I felt some type of way.
I felt like I went out with y'all a lot. There were times I went out with y'all and Camille wasn't there.
Because I was working, not because I didn't want to be there.
Suck it up. Suck it up. Shaq. You know how many
nigga,
times-
I went to the bars. It was just niggas and me to the bar.
You
And there were times where I
you did
went
that
where it
one
was just
time,
Aura.
Relax.
You did that one time. But yeah, I've done that several times for y'all. Me, you, Dre, Bree.
But what do you
Some
mean?
You know
other-
you was
You're part of
getting
the friend
twerks.
group.
You said what?
You was probably getting twerks.
Nah. Because every time I'm with all females, it'll be like bitches will think I'm gay. So I ain't with that. Nah. But it's not like that. It's not like they throwing pussy my way. So don't let her try to.
I felt like when I was with y'all, like niggas wasn't really trying to like come up to me.
And it was probably because they probably just figured we were spoken for by one of them.
Rightfully
that.
so. I understand that. So I ain't, tripping off of that too.
I get that.
But
I get
at
that.
the same time, I'm just letting it be known. But yeah, that was my getaway, if you will, when I had that shit.
Well,
But I got it back now, so we.
okay. Well, I would definitely say it was hanging out with you guys too, because from I want to say March to the summertime, easy into the summertime, I was just in a hole. I hadn't seen Aura in months. I hadn't seen any of my friends in months. So they finally just convinced me to come out, and I kept a mask on the entire time. And Aura tried to pull it down. I'm like, oh my God, you could be killing me.
Oh my God. Nobody in there had COVID.
She's a drummer.
It was like 5 of us in there.
You know that. We already know.
She's been a drummer
It was 5 people in
before
there.
COVID. And
So
COVID
you can
is-
only imagine what this year was like.
I was doing that to you and Vince. Both of y'all came in there
We
with
were
masks
like,
on. I was like, take them shits off.
Oh, that was at Gerard.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm like, Wayne, man.
I'm like, y'all just sucking up all this COVID air. Y'all good. We good on that.
Your eyes are exposed.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, another advice is was binge watching television, which I was already a TV head. I've been a TV head for quite a long time. So binge watching, it was just like a form of escapism. Sometimes I would read, but it was mostly like binge watching. Binge watching and halfway working out, doing like YouTube workouts and just watching the rest of it as I just gave up. But
Yeah.
so that was mine, but I'm just gonna skip this and say and ask, what are you most hopeful for in 2021?
I'm hopeful for happiness,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hopeful for this platform growing. I'm hopeful for my own platform to grow and get like real sponsorships, like from places that I actually shop at, stuff like that. Maybe my own my own business. But the big thing is just being happy.
Yes. Amen. I receive it for you.
Yeah.
And all of us.
Hopeful for it. The only things I'm really hopeful for is probably like graduation. I'm going back to school currently, so
Yes.
I should graduate by if not spring, summer, definitely. So graduation, I don't take shit for granted. Like I don't take shit for granted, so I don't just assume I'm gonna graduate. That's pilot graduation as well, I guess.
You're gonna graduate.
And who's the last one? There's another fucking one. I can't remember what the. Oh, fucking the officer. I'm trying to go for officer position. So if I can get that, I'll be, super hopeful for. I'm hopeful for that as well. So if I can get that,
We'll
then
be
yeah,
praying on
I'll
it
be
for
super
you.
happy.
Yes. That, yeah.
Those are like all my dreams. Yeah.
Yay. I'm hopeful for just forward progression. I feel like I hope that to be the theme for 2021. Forward progression, upward mobility, better, maybe an increase in salary, that never hurt nobody. But just forward progression, keeping this shit moving. When we gonna get out the pandemic? You know what I'm saying? All these things, just keeping it moving, you know, in relationships, you know, interpersonal relationships, not just romantic relationships, but just personal growth. I know that probably feels a little bit vague, but I'm hoping to see that in pretty much all areas of my life and the lives of my loved ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
For sure.
wrap that up.
So
That
it's
was
time for the
2020,
bop of the week.
It is, you know it is.
It's time for the bop of the week. Can I start?
Go ahead. Go ahead, sis.
I've been listening to a lot of Rico Nasty.
Oh.
She has a new album called Nightmare Vacation. Came out last month, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. It came out recently. But there are a few songs that I like on this album. I like the whole thing, but the songs that stuck out to me that I like a lot are Candy, Don't Like Me, Back and Forth, STFU, Loser, the Smack a Bitch remix with freaking Sukiyana, PP Cocaine, and Ruby Rose. They did their thing on that. I wasn't expecting them to go off like that. But I feel like my favorite song on the album was Loser featuring Trippie Redd. I'll play a little bit for y'all.
I thought Ruby Rose was an actress.
She a rapper and an influencer.
That's juice.
See you trying way too hard to fit in. We going shopping, loser get it. See me cooking up, I put my foot in. Try to tell them mamas realize it gets give a bitch a new space. All these places like it.
But yeah, that's like my favorite song on the album. I'm not like a huge like Trippie Redd fan because I feel like he looks a little dirty. And like he might stink a little bit.
First of all, every nigga with face tattoos, you look dirty off rip. Nigga or bitch.
No,
hey.
he looks a little scary to me. Like he's stinking.
You look like Chucky.
He does.
You
You like a bad kid that bites.
He does. He does. But
she said bite. She said bite. That's funny as fuck.
But
you know about you.
He did what needed to be done on that song. I'll say that. I
like
enjoyed
it.
I enjoyed his verse on there, so I love it.
I'm gonna circle back to that one. I like that.
Yay. But
anything else?
yeah, I just been listening to her because like I like hear her scream sometimes on songs. Like if I'm in the mood, especially like right now, I've been listening to her a lot. But
Okay.
yeah.
They're funny as well.
Let's circle back. I have a few. One that I've just been playing nonstop is Your Minds Still. And I love that there's an S on mine.
Minds?
Yes.
Your Minds?
Yeah, Your Minds Still.
Still.
Yeah, it's by Young Blue. Drake on the feature.
Of course he'll be on a song like that with that title.
Hello, duh. Here we go.
That screams Drake.
Running back a little bit. Copyright strike. But love it to death. Also, Take It to Trial. Have y'all heard that?
No.
I played it in the car on the way back yesterday, but it's all good. Everybody and their mom is on it. It's Young Stoner Life, Young Thug, Gunna, and Yak Gotti. I don't know, but it's a good song.
Weezy out of here. Couple hundred mil, no thousand. This bitch wanna fuck me, but I charge by the hour. My neck and my wrist in the shower. Like, how the fuck you growing up and baby say you childish? I just bought my young bitch a wife,
Okay.
now she
I
wild.
haven't heard that one. But I like
It's pretty
the-
new.
I don't know that one either.
Young Thug's in his bag, per usual.
Yeah.
Not a bad song at all. Also, I'm gonna narrow it down to
His Birkin bag.
Bia. Y'all know who Bia is?
Yeah.
The name is the artist.
Yeah.
B-I-A?
Yeah.
Never heard.
She was signed to Pharrell.
Mm-hmm. And the title of the song is Bia Bia, and then she has Lil Jon on the feature. It's cute, you know. He's on there somewhere.
They sampled
We
it?
used to go around calling people, you Bia.
He's on it.
It's fitting.
Sorry, they sampled it.
It's a cute little bop.
Mhm.
Young girl in there talking her shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I got.
My Bob, I ain't really have, no new shit. Like I said, I'd be the last nigga to know about some new shit. So had to go back with the old school. Not old school. For me, just a classic. DMX, what a hood at.
Where
You know
the
what I'm saying?
hood, where the hood, where the hood.
X don't
at?
know what it's gonna be. Fucking with a nigga like me. Like, yeah. I like that gutter shit. That DMX, you know what I'm saying? Can't go wrong with DMX. Can't go wrong.
Okay.
All right. Next, we're gonna talk about Don't You Hate When Dating Edition. You know what I'm saying? So what's some I don't know, let me get some pet peeves from like your significant other or somebody you're like dating in terms of like what annoys you, what's something they do that either annoys you or like a turn off, something that they do that turns you off. Let's start with you, Aura.
For me,
Look at that pussy dry in a Sahara. Like, let these niggas know. Put these niggas on game.
I don't like niggas that don't know how to handle their liquor.
Lightweights.
Yeah, well, I used to date a guy. He wasn't like a lightweight, but he used to drink. Like he drank a lot, and like he ran over a curb while we was in the car together. I'm just like, niggas. I was like, slow down, stop, slow down. Like, what the hell are you doing? You shouldn't have had 3 beers
Oh
and
my
that mixed drink.
gosh.
And if it's gonna have you like this,
Mhm.
Running
I
up
don't
on
like
the
that.
sidewalk. I would have drove his truck.
Yeah, I would
And
have
it's
to.
not a conversation.
I would have to take the wheel.
I was just like, this nigga trying to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. But something else that I had, not necessarily somebody that I dated did this or somebody that I'm dating. I ain't dating nobody, by the way.
Available.
But just some things that I've heard in the past, like when niggas have problems with girls wearing makeup or women wearing makeup and weaves.
Grow up.
I really don't like that. I don't like it because at the end of the day, for one, I'm doing this shit for me. It's not just for you. Part of it, if I have a nigga, part of it is for you. But most of the time, the shit is for me.
Because she's single, and as you can see, beat face.
Like I do this shit
Beat
when I want
face.
to. I will I don't wear makeup every day, but if I want to, I will. I don't wear weaves every day, but if I want to, I will. I wear weave a lot though, like in pictures and stuff. But like day to day, I be in like cornrows and shit. But if I want to wear a weave every day, I will. Because guess what? I bought that shit with my money, and the shit's fucking expensive. It's very expensive,
And it looks good. And niggas be like, I like maybe like like natural makeup, like Kim Kardashian.
that shit is not fucking natural, nigga. I've seen the tutorial. It's not natural. She's got a lot of makeup on, blended well.
Right, it's done well. Y'all don't even.
Y'all don't even know what we be
move
doing.
around, baby.
Y'all in the Kool-Aid don't know the flavor.
Right.
Why y'all worried about makeup?
If it's
Why you
all
worried
over your
about it?
face on some clown shit, then I can see you taking issue with it.
I feel like that's what niggas were referring to. I haven't met too many niggas. I don't think I've ever met a nigga that had a problem with weave or like wigs and shit like that.
I just be seeing it on
Like,
Twitter,
wear your
like,
natural hair, queen.
Yeah, I feel like these are like rats.
and it's just like, are you finna do my natural hair, king, every day? Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna detangle the shit? Are you gonna wash the shit? Are you gonna braid the shit up?
I don't think
You're not,
Are you
because
gonna keep it
I
moisturized?
barely want to do it.
Yeah.
So why the fuck I know you
Stay
don't
in your
like that.
lane, King. Please. Stay in
Because
your
let me
lane.
tell you, I'm not gonna say shit to you when your beard grow out too long, your haircut looking a little.
Or it's
I'm
not
I'm not finna say
connected.
nothing. I'm not
You know
gonna
what
say
I'm
nothing.
saying?
I just figure you get it done when you get it done.
Some niggas ain't able.
I understand that, but in the same token, like
Mhm.
when niggas be getting their haircut and their beards lined up, y'all be looking hella different too. Hella different.
Let's just talk about how weaves are the male equivalent of a beard.
Yeah,
Basically.
Negative.
they are. They
Yeah,
are.
no,
they
it's
are.
true. It's true.
They are.
Y'all motherfuckers
Negative.
be looking totally
Negative.
different.
Just because we look different, that's us still. Like
It's us still too.
Sometimes
that's,
it's
you know,
it's
you're
a
buying a product. That's your
facade.
hair. You're buying a whole nother hair texture, hair color, whatever.
If
It's
it-
not.
You
if it
changing the way your
blends.
shit looks.
It's still me.
Right.
I
you
grow
might
that shit
still
out my
be
body.
blends.
You don't grow that out your body.
If you cut your
I grow the
mustache,
skills out my body to put the shit on.
if you have a beard and you cut all your shit off and you look like a cop afterwards, then it's an equivalent. Okay, it's a lot of manipulation going on.
Hey, it's still us,
Period.
baby. It's still us, baby. I do agree that nigga because I look way different without my beard. So I understand where she's coming from, but at the
on.
same time, it's not on the same level as like makeup and like.
I just don't like niggas telling me what to do with my shit.
Because
Like,
she got a head full of hair under here. It's not because
Yeah.
she's bald.
Yeah, but like I said, I was saying like I don't think niggas really care about hair as so much as like makeup. Like when we say makeup, we don't mean when you like blend it well. Like you do your makeup pretty well, but I'm talking about like girls that like look like Jigsaw when they wake up. Like fucking what's that girl name with the ass with the fake ass? Ari with the ass.
Ari Fletcher?
I don't know her name.
She with Moneybag Yo?
I guess yeah.
Okay.
She look like fucking Jigsaw. That shit is nasty. What she
I think
be
But
that's
that's
just how
not
she
makeup.
looks.
That's not makeup.
That's how she looks.
No,
no,
that's makeup.
No, that's probably fillers and some other shit.
No, that's
Oh yeah, it is.
That
she-
is.
no,
She
she
didn't
like-
always look like that.
Her shit look like a whole nother texture and like
That's fillers.
Are you talking about some shit that came out recently? Like a video of her recently and she looked crazy as fuck. She had like just gotten her makeup done and she looked like
whatever
That ain't
talking
makeup,
about?
Poppy.
whatever I saw, I was
Yes.
like, hell,
That shit-
she looks scary.
somebody was like, Ari may look like an owl, but she ain't a wise one.
She looks scary.
Whoa.
That shit. That was funny.
Time out.
That was funny.
Time out.
That was funny.
She jump in the pool. The pool not the same color. Like that's not.
I don't have any more to say on that.
I feel like when you have money, you can look like whoever you want to look like.
Mm.
You can look
that was
completely
way
different.
too much for me.
That's so. Shit. The water dirty when she swim. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's all the fuck I'm saying. But other than that, you know.
Okay.
Shit. Oh, fuck.
Woo.
All right, yeah. But what about you, Cam?
Yeah, I'm not ready right now.
Cause that shit true. That shit true as fuck. Ooh, she is not a wise one. When I saw that,
Mr. Owl.
when I saw that, I died for like 3 days. I was like, wait a minute.
A one, a two.
That was like the best tweet I had ever seen. She looked like an owl. No. Who?
I want to play a little game.
I need you to go, and then I'm gonna go.
Me, dating.
Woo.
I forgot the question, goddamn. Oh, dating pet peeves. What's some turnoffs for it? And
What make that dick soft?
Oh yeah. It's hard to think of shit on the spot. You don't see it, but God don't. Trying to think. I had something distracting as fuck. I can't remember right now. Well, I know loud people. I don't like
Oh
loud.
yeah.
That shit is or like when you rude to somebody that like you don't need to be rude to for no reason. Like,
Unnecessarily rude.
yeah, when they rude to like a waiter or like somebody behind the
Like, can
cashier,
you calm the fuck down?
somebody behind the cashier, like
I'm sorry, sir. Can you calm the fuck down?
yeah,
Can't
like,
take your ass nowhere.
I'm the type I'll take you forward. I'm not, I don't like that shit. Yeah. So yeah, just,
She crying.
being rude to people that don't deserve it, shit like that. That's a couple.
Right.
She crying.
Crying, laughing.
Crying.
Oh
Trying my best.
Have you composed yourself? Mm-hmm.
Here it goes. Okay. Wow. Does anybody have a tissue?
I keep going.
Oh man.
Another one. This is it's gonna sound harsh, but like stupid, like dumber people, like dumber girls, like yeah, that's just a turn.
Thank you so much.
Like some girls, like they just they ain't even know shit they can do. They kind of like not as bright.
Dense.
Yeah, a little ditzy. I don't
Read
like,
a book, ho.
I don't like ditzy bitches at all.
Can you read a book?
No.
Okay.
Are you able?
You want to be equally yoked?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least
Okay.
at the minimum, yeah. So.
Okay. So I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do this.
I threw it. Like power, sis.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So mine would be okay. Mine would be when you're dating someone and they probably come from like a 2-parent household and they just have like a very specific idea of how they're supposed to be in a relationship and how you're supposed to show up in a relationship because of what they saw their parents act out in their relationship. That, especially when their dad was probably a tool, you come in a relationship thinking I'm supposed to be your docile ass mom, and you're going to be your dad that just does and says whatever he wants, and I just have to deal with it. No,
that's another
sweetie.
turn off. Like docile.
I'm sorry,
women.
Like you need to move around, baby. This is not your mom and your dad. And just in general, I think sometimes we have a very narrow scope of like what marriage is supposed to be or what a relationship should look like. And you really have to create your own, vision and act that out from one day to the next. That does not work for me. I ain't your mama. That's just,
I ain't nobody's
that's just
mama.
it for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Nobody's mama.
I can have friends. It's not like my friends are wild, girls gone wild type. Like, no.
Who I feel
Get
like
it
I know who you're
together.
talking about.
You do know.
I definitely do.
Boy, bye.
Don't let me. You know what? Never mind. Don't let me see you in the street, ho. I ain't forgot.
Anyway.
They're pretty gangster here at Adulting on the
Shut
Rise.
up.
Just know I ain't forgot. Catch me on a good day. I might take it easy on you, but I got something for that ass.
Anyway, I believe this wraps up episode 5 of Adulting on the Rocks.
Funny episode. Great.
Do you guys have anything else?
I would like to end the episode by saying, and I'm not trying to, make it down or anything, but like, if you ever feel like you're going through something, don't feel like you are a burden on people. Like, just talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. Anybody. Like, and if you know me personally and you're watching this, you can talk to me. Like, it doesn't matter what it's about. Like, I'm not going to judge you or anything. Like, but yeah, like, just, if you ever feel like you're going through something or life is hard, because life is hard. It's very hard. Like, we all go through things. Like, I feel like, you know, we might go through some dark days, but just don't ever feel like you can't talk to somebody about it. Like there's no one there that'll be there for you. If you know me personally, you could talk to me about anything. Literally anything.
I second that.
So please just talk to somebody about it.
I agree.
If it's not even a family member, just somebody. Just talk to them about it.
Yeah. And I also wanted to just add, 2020 ain't been no hope.
At all.
Like, for anyone, I don't think. And so, a lot of people maybe felt like, people going into the quarantine thinking like, oh, if you didn't lose 20 pounds or start a business or have a baby or fuck, I don't know, any of that stuff, they felt like you were unproductive. Like, if you made it through 2020, I'm proud of you. Like, this was a tough year. We can like laugh about a lot of things, but this year was a tough year for a lot of people. So if you made it, regardless of what your productivity was or what your work was, you were still valid and you're good. So yeah. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. It got long, but thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, we appreciate you. You guys have anything else?
I'm Damon, Problematic Pilot.
Or aka Steez.
And I'm Kim. And that was another episode of Adulting on the Rocks. You guys have a good week and Happy New Year.